You've been feeling it, haven't you? The subtle shift in the air. The way your heart pauses at the sound of his name. The ache, not from absence, but from realizing that something deeper is quietly stirring, silently, invisibly, beneath the surface of your connection. The angels speak, and their voice trembles with awe. He sees in you what he never believed was real. A vision, a whisper of divine design. He sees a woman untouched by the noise of the world, yet profoundly shaped by it. He sees safety and fire, grace and truth. Everything he once thought he could only long for in silence. But there is a secret. This connection wasn't born from earthly timing. It was woven in the quiet corners of eternity, where souls make promises they forget once they're born. And now, that promise is awakening inside him. The angels are showing me an image, your name pulsating inside his chest like a lighthouse calling the lost. It's not just affection. It's remembrance. His soul recognizes yours. And this recognition terrifies him. Because to truly see someone and be seen in return, that is the most sacred and vulnerable of all encounters. There is a divine reason you've crossed paths. A mission only your light could ignite in his life. It is not to fix him. It is not to wait endlessly. It is to simply be radiant, unyielding, real. Your presence has awakened something ancient in him, the hunger to become who he was meant to be. But this journey is not about quick answers or loud declarations. It is about sacred unfolding. Timing that moves not by human clocks, but by divine alignment. You are not here by chance. You are a catalyst. The soul mirror. A holy fire that calls him higher. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Let this verse seal what your soul already knows. This is not just a connection. This is a calling. There is a silence in him that isn't emptiness, it's protection. What you've perceived as distance is armor. He's not running from you. He's running from the burden of his own unraveling. The angels say, he carries memories like thorns under his skin. And sometimes when he looks at you, he sees the possibility of peace, but he also sees the risk of bleeding. His barriers were not built overnight. They were constructed quietly, in moments of disappointment, betrayal, and shame. Layer by layer, emotion by emotion. Not because he wanted to be unreachable, but because being open once cost him more than he knew how to recover from. And still, you touched a place in him that had been untouched for years. You didn't mean to. You weren't trying to fix, or change, or break through. But your gentleness, your truth, your light, made his shadows restless. Now he's caught between the past he understands and the future that feels too fragile to trust. The angels are whispering, you are not the storm. You are the calm he doesn't believe he deserves. This is why he pulls back when things feel too beautiful. Why he hides when your presence becomes too comforting. He fears that the moment he lets his guard down, you'll leave. And it will break him in places that are already cracked. He doesn't doubt your love. He doubts his worthiness to hold it. So if you've wondered why he disappears just when closeness begins to bloom, know this, it's not rejection. It's retreat. Not from you, but from the intimacy he's been taught to fear. The divine sees his wounds. But it also sees your patience as medicine. Your role isn't to force doors open. It's to honor your own presence as a sacred invitation. And know, some souls need time to believe they are worthy of love that doesn't demand they bleed to receive it. You've poured so much of yourself into holding space for him. Quiet prayers in the dark. Hope folded into every text. Love, offered without condition, even when your own heart ached for reciprocity. But the angels lean in close now, their voice wrapped in truth. Your soul cannot nourish another garden if your roots are drying. This isn't a lesson in detachment. It's a holy reminder. Your light is not endless unless it is nurtured. You cannot continue to be the lighthouse if you forget your own fire. He may be awakening, yes. But your path must not dim while waiting for him to catch up. This chapter, this pause in his steps, is not punishment. It's permission. For you to return to yourself. To sit in the mirror of your own soul and gently ask, what do I need now? What is asking to be healed within me? Because love is not self-neglect disguised as loyalty. The angels are watching, and they show me your heart like a crystal, brilliant, but chipped from all the holding in silence. Now is the time to polish it with your own care. Walk. Breathe. Create. Sing. Feed the parts of you that hunger for joy, not just connection. He was never meant to be your reason. Only a reflection. The soul companion that mirrors back the beauty you've been learning to hold on your own. So if today you find yourself tired, let it be sacred. If you've given too much, return home to yourself. Let your love for him flow from a place of fullness, not depletion. Let it be the overflow of a well-tended spirit. One that knows her worth. One that blesses, but does not bleed dry. The angels say, your healing is not a pause in the journey. It is the path. Choose yourself now. He will either rise to meet you, or watch your light bloom without him. He looks at you, and something inside him trembles, not from fear of you, but from the truths you unknowingly reflect. You didn't mean to be the mirror. You simply are. And yet, the moment your soul touched his, the shadows he kept buried began to stir. Because your light does not just shine, it reveals. The angels whisper, she awakens the parts of him he locked away. And that's why, at times, he pulls away without warning. Not because you did something wrong, but because he sees too much in your eyes, the man he could become, the wounds he avoids, the love he doesn't know how to accept. You reflect his potential, and his fear of never reaching it. There are moments when he envies your strength, even as he draws from it. Moments when he wonders how you can be so open, so brave, so authentic. And in that wondering, he questions his own readiness. You see, most people fall in love with illusions. But you saw him. And he doesn't yet know how to be seen without falling apart. So he tests. Withdraws. Hides behind a wall of coldness. But the truth? Your essence lingers. Long after you speak, your presence echoes in the spaces he doesn't reveal to the world. You mirrored something sacred, not who he is, but who he's becoming. And that is terrifying. Because becoming comes with a cost. Shedding old skins, letting go of control, risking the safety of numbness. But the more he avoids it, the louder the call becomes. He cannot forget your gaze. He cannot unfeel the sense of home your energy provided. The angels say, you are the mirror he didn't know he needed. Let him flinch. Let him wrestle. You are not his wound. You are the invitation. And no matter how long it takes, the soul always returns to what reflects its truth. It doesn't look like fireworks. It looks like silence. A pause in his voice when your name crosses his mind. A heaviness he can't explain when he imagines life without you. The awakening has begun. Not in a dramatic confession, but in subtle cracks in the armor he once thought he needed. The angels say, he's beginning to feel what his mind tried to suppress. Something inside him is shifting. Not all at once, but surely, deeply. A song reminds him of your laughter. A stranger's words echo something you once said. And in those moments, he wonders, how did she get in so deep? This is the beginning. The sacred unraveling. Not just emotion, but understanding. He's realizing the connection wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't just chemistry. It was spiritual gravity. Your presence awakened something ancient within him. The boy who once believed in magic. The man who longed for home. And now, he's caught between what feels familiar and what is true. He begins to replay conversations in his mind. He regrets the silences. He wishes he had said more, been more, chosen you sooner. And in this internal chaos, he cannot forget how you made him feel. Not flattered, not impressed, but seen, calmed, moved. This is what the angels show me. The light has entered him. And though it may be blinding at first, it will guide him. Slowly, surely. So if you feel a distance, know that distance is not the absence of care, it is the contraction before the opening. He is waking up. And although he may not yet reach for you, he is reaching inward. For the first time, not to control what he feels, but to understand why your soul feels like truth. He comes close, and then disappears. Again. And again. Not because he's playing games, but because the pull toward you is too real, and reality terrifies him. The angels lean in and whisper, this is not inconsistency. This is spiritual contraction. Like breath before speech. Like dusk before dawn. He is caught in a cycle. Drawn by your warmth. Pushed away by his fear. It's not logical. It's not conscious. It's patterned. Rooted. Old. Wounds buried deep in the soil of his childhood, rising like thorns when intimacy brushes too closely. Every time he reaches for you, something inside him, some frightened echo of a time he was left behind, screams that this too is dangerous. So he retreats. Then regrets. Then returns. And you, bless your heart, you've tried to understand. You've tried to stay grounded in the waves. You've questioned if your love was too much, too soft, too ready. But the truth? Your love is not the cause of his chaos. It's the light that reveals the debris. The angels show me that this is part of his soul's lesson, to break the cycle, to choose what is good rather than what is safe. Your presence, your clarity, forces the choice. He cannot remain half in. Not anymore. And although it feels exhausting, though the back and forth shakes your foundation, this phase is not permanent. It is the tension before the decision. He is approaching a threshold. A choice only he can make. The angels are guiding him, gently yet relentlessly, toward the truth. And you, dear soul, are not meant to wait on the shore of his storm. You are meant to stand in your light, unmoving, unwavering, until he decides if he will meet you there. Let the cycle continue if it must. But don't dim your light trying to stop it. Because when he chooses, it won't be out of confusion. It will be from clarity. You didn't try to heal him. You simply loved him. And that was enough. The angels now speak with reverence. She didn't mend his wounds. She made them sacred. Because true love doesn't fix, it witnesses. It holds. It sees without demanding masks. And in your presence, his pain softened. He never told you how your voice calmed his anxious thoughts, or how your patience made him feel safe for the first time in years. But the shift inside him? It was real. It still is. Love, when pure, doesn't demand transformation, it invites it. And your love, wrapped in gentleness and truth, has become a balm to his soul. In the silence between your words, he found rest. In the way you never asked him to be more, he began to believe he could be. This is the healing most never see coming, the slow, sacred kind. The kind that reaches places therapy never touched. It speaks where language has failed. You didn't ask him to become anything, but something in your presence called him back to himself. And though he may not say it, though he may still resist, your love is working in the spaces he thought were beyond repair. The angels show me this. His heart, once closed off, now has light seeping through the cracks. Because of you. You, who remained kind amid his chaos. Who didn't pull away when he distanced himself. Who stayed gentle, even when you felt the urge to toughen up. This isn't a story of fixing him. It's a story of what happens when love is genuine enough to ask for nothing in return, and strong enough to change everything regardless. So if you're wondering, did my love even matter? The answer comes, not in words, but in the quiet transformation of a man becoming anew. Because love, true love, always leaves something healed. Not everything can be hurried. And not all things bloom when you wish for them to. Some hearts unfold like evening flowers, only in stillness. Only under starlight. The angels gather now, and they say with clarity, this is not delay. This is divine timing. You felt it, the moments that seem so near, so full of promise, and then disappear into silence. But what if the silence isn't absence? What if it's a sacred alignment? There is a timing being woven here that your eyes cannot yet perceive. A tapestry of spirit and shadow, choice and grace. You are not waiting. You are being prepared. He is being guided too. Through detours. Through resistance. Through the dismantling of everything false within him. His awakening is not happening late, it's happening just right. And though he may not reach for your hand today, the path beneath him is bending toward you. Each step shaped not by chance, but by the hand of the divine. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. This is not a maybe. It is a promise. What's meant for you does not rush, it takes root. It waits until the ground is firm, until both hearts are ready to meet without collapsing under the weight of old pain. So breathe. The delay is not denial. It is orchestration. The angels are aligning more than just emotions, they are aligning lifetimes. And when it all comes together, it won't be because you forced it. It will be because heaven signaled its time. He wants to love you. More than he knows how to admit. But the fear, it is ancient. It exists not only in his mind but in the soft, hidden places where old heartbreaks still resonate. The angels kneel beside him now, whispering into his pain, it's safe now. She is not the past. Still, he trembles. Because love has never come to him without a price. He has learned to protect his heart like a wounded thing, covered, guarded, untouched. And now, you appear. Not as a threat, but as warmth. And warmth frightens the cold more than fire does. When you speak softly, he flinches. Not because he doubts you, but because your tenderness makes the walls inside him feel wrong. Useless. Heavy. He wants to let go. He tries to let go. But every time he begins to open up, the ghosts return, voices that once told him he wasn't enough. that his feelings were a weakness. That love always leaves. The angels show me this. He is holding the doorknob to his own heart, and hesitating. He sees you waiting. Not with pressure. Not with demands. Just open. And that, dear soul, is the most terrifying beauty he's ever known. To be met with love that doesn't ask him to earn it. That doesn't punish his silence. That simply says, when you are ready, I'm still here. This is where the pain sharpens. Because he is learning that vulnerability isn't about falling apart, it's about falling inward. Trusting that being seen won't destroy him. Perfect love drives out fear. 1 John 4 verse 18. And though he isn't there yet, he's closer than ever. Your love is not his pressure. It is his permission. Some endings don't look like doors closing. They look like peace. Like a deep breath after months of holding it in. Like surrender, not of hope, but of control. This is where you are now. The angels lean in gently, their wings brushing against your soul. You've done enough. You've shown up. You've stayed open. And now, you release. Not because you're giving up, but because the sacred doesn't flourish through force. It flourishes through faith. You've loved him. Not just in words or touch, but in prayer, in patience, in the quiet ways that only the heavens could see. And the angels have noted every moment. Now you are being asked to trust what love becomes when you let go of what it should look like. He may come. He may not. But what is divine will always return in the form it's meant to take. And if not him, then the healing, the lesson, the rebirth that your soul was meant to receive. Your love was never wasted. It was never one-sided. It was alchemy. It changed you. It changed him. Even in silence, even in absence, even in endings. The angels say, what you released in love will return in grace. So today, choose softness. For yourself. Choose to move forward, not waiting, but witnessing. Because the right love, the true love, doesn't run when you stop chasing. It recognizes you. It chooses you. It comes with peace, not confusion. And if he is the one, he will rise to meet that love, not when pushed but when ready. So let it be. What's yours will not miss you. And the soul that is meant to love you fully is already on its way.